Hello everyone, my name is Jimmy and welcome to The Last Lap. And in today's video we have a very special thing we're going to be doing. We're going to be giving you guys our best paint schemes of the year. Before we hop into it, just want to quickly remind you guys, hit that like button and subscribe button. And you can also check out our social media channels, which are linked in the description. But let's go ahead and hop into this video. Matthew, my friend and co-host, is joining me as always, and he'll tell you guys I've been really excited about this video for a while. We have a lot of good paint schemes on these lists, so Matthew, how you feeling before we go ahead and hop into this video about sharing some of our favorite paint schemes?
Well, I've been looking forward to talking about this video. About these cool paint schemes here from this past year. A lot of great paint schemes. This was a tough list to it was very tough to decide which one should be on and which one shouldn't. And this is basically all our opinion here. If you don't see a paint scheme that you think it should be on, let us know in the comments. You know, what was your favorite paint schemes? This is just our opinion right here. So, you know, if you don't see your favorite paint scheme on this list, don't get offended. But yeah.
So like, you know, I'm probably gonna miss a few paint schemes that were really good that I didn't even see. I mean, I looked at the J-Ski website and they have like every paint scheme, but I probably missed a few that were really good that aren't on this list. Same with you. And we might have the same few paint schemes in common between the two of us and between me and you, the viewers at home. But so really quickly, I just want to so at the start of this year, everybody was throwing a fit because in 2020 we tried this with the number backwards like this. I'll show you too, Matthew. And then we did this where we have the number forward now. So everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna ruin the paint schemes so bad." But I gotta give credit to the teams. They did a really good job with the paint schemes this year with the whole new number placement and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into it. So I figure we start this off by who gets to go first with a classic coin flip. So I'm gonna flip it, and Matthew, I'll let you call heads or tails. So whoever wins gets to go first. So what are you gonna call it? Heads or tails?
I'm going with tails.
Call tails. All right. So I'm gonna flip it. Right, I'm gonna show you. You probably can't see it, but it is heads. It's heads, folks.
You cheated on that.
So, I did it on live camera, no cuts, no nothing. It was heads. So I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna go with my honorable mentions. We have 5 honorable mentions, and then our top 10 paint schemes of the year. So the honorable mentions are not in any specific order for me. But I'm going to start off with Ross Chastain in his iFly car that he raced and won with at COTA. He also raced it at Richmond, I believe, so I got to see that one on track. I love the black, the red, the chrome number. This was one of the first, not the first, but one of the first paint schemes with a chrome number that looked really good, so really liked that one. Another honorable mention that might make Matthew a little bit upset here, it is the Ty Gibbs Jordan car. The Concorde 11's car he ran at Richmond that I got to see in person. That's also an honorable mention. Up next it's a Chris Buescher car, and a lot of people might not remember this paint scheme, but it's called the IT Savvy car. It's orange, got the chrome 17 number on it, and it's got these white little lines, like computer lines or whatever on it. I thought it was really cool. I thought the orange really popped, and then the white kind of evened it out a little bit, and the chrome number, chef's kiss, absolutely perfect. I love it. Another honorable mention is a Daniel Suarez paint scheme. It is the Aguas Frescas car that he raced. I love all the different colors on it, the blue background, and then the different colors of the Frescas, whatever those things are on the hood. Really cool. I love the vibrant colors. The tiger on the side's a little bit too much for me, but like just base paint scheme wise, it looks really cool. And last one is Brad Keselowski. It is the Castrol car, but not the red and green one. It's the white one with the silver number on it that he raced at Talladega. I really like this. It's a simple scheme, but it looks so clean with the chrome number on it, Castrol logo on the side, Castrol logo on the hood. The rear quarter panel could use a little bit more space, like stuff could be put there, but other than that, I love the basic white and chrome paint scheme. So those are my honorable mentions before we hop into the actual ratings. So Matthew, what are some of your honorable mentions before we go ahead and hop into our actual top 10 list.
Well, that was some impressive honorable mentions that you had right there. I was definitely surprised with the Chris Buescher one. I did not expect that one on your list, to be honest. Aim, you were preaching that first part about these fans always whining about everything, especially these decals. I mean, that's how big drama queen NASCAR fans can be. But all right, so let's get to my honorable mentions right here. So I got all written down right here, or I would forget all these. But so the first one we'll start with is a Ross Chastain paint scheme, but for me, I got the Advent Health paint scheme on here. This paint scheme was amazing, especially when they put that watermelon on the side of the scheme. That paint scheme was so clean, and I hope I see that car again next year as the primary paint scheme. And then another one is Noah Gregson's number 62 Wendy's Chevy that he raced at Talladega in the spring. Man, we know McDonald's isn't with Bubba Wallace, but we didn't expect to see Wendy's in the Cup Series this year alone, especially with an open team as Beard Motorsports. So that was a very impressive paint scheme, and I mean, I hope to see Wendy's back in NASCAR anytime soon. Maybe with Noah Gragson with Petty G Mess. Okay. Another honorable mention is Austin Dillon's. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Hook? Yeah, his Homestead Miami car where it was black with the Miami South Beach colors. Man, that paint scheme was amazing. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. Another one I have is a Ty Dillon paint scheme. His number 42 U.S. Space Force car that he raced in Martinsville, which I got to see that in person. This paint scheme, I was really debating to put this paint scheme in my actual top 10 because this paint scheme was just beautiful. The black with the blue and the space graphics with that chrome numbers. Man, that paint scheme is beautiful. And then last but not least, I got Austin Cindric's Freightliner car. That was the reason why this wasn't my top 10 because it was raced last year. It's basically copy and pasted, but I just love this paint scheme so much, especially when they added the chrome wheel rims this year. Just made it even better. So that paint scheme is awesome. So that's my honorable mentions.
Yeah, that Ross Chastain Advent Health paint scheme is so cool. That's the one that has the watermelon on the side, right next to the number.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that little detail. It's such a cool little thing that they put on there. And I'm very surprised you didn't put the Austin Dillon one in your top 10. I'm very surprised because that is a really good paint scheme. But now we're going to hop into our top 10 favorite paint schemes of the year. And like Matthew said, this is our opinion. And, there's probably a bunch that I missed that aren't even on this list. And these, they're ranked 10 to 1, but I mean, I could throw some of these around and mix them up, and a different one could be on a different spot. But anyways, we're going to hop into it. Number 10 is actually a pretty simple paint scheme for me, but it's going to be Kevin Harvick, just the normal Busch Light standard paint scheme. Now, you guys might be thinking, what, a standard Kevin Harvick paint scheme? Why? But I love the silver-ish blue color, and then the darker blue with the mountains on it on the hood and the side. I just really like the color combination there. So that's going to be number 10. Number 9 is going to be a Denny Hamlin paint scheme. It'll be the Coca-Cola paint scheme that he ran at Atlanta. Coca-Cola, we don't see them sponsor a car too much, except they sponsored Daniel Suarez's throwback car this year too, and Denny Hamlin's Atlanta car. But I really love the Coca-Cola colors. I love the simple red base and then the little touches of white on the side and on the C-pillar there as well. And it has a chrome number on it, which is absolutely fantastic. I was a little scared the teams were good, use the chrome number a little bit too much, but on this paint scheme, it looks good. So that will be number 9. Number 8 is going to be a Chris Buescher paint scheme. It'll be the Fifth Third Bank car. I love just the white, the green, and the blue. 3 perfect colors. The way they combine them is really good. The way they transition them too, between the white to the green, it's a little bit lighter, and then it gets darker into the blue, and then it fades into the blue. I just love all three of those colors combined, and the blue number on the side, absolutely perfect. So that is number 8. Number 7 is going to be a Brad Keselowski paint scheme, actually. And this one can kind of go both ways, kind of, but the one I'm specifically picking is the Kohler Generators, the Patriotic paint scheme. I love the standard Kohler Generators paint scheme as well, but this one I think is just a little bit better than the standard paint scheme. And I love the white and the blue on the car. The red chrome number just pops, and I love the little hints of the stars right next to the number and kind of down near the Fastenal logo all the way down the side of the car. I'm a sucker for patriotic paint schemes, so Brad Keselowski's number 6 Kohler Generators patriotic paint scheme is on the list. And next up, number 6 is actually going to be a Kyle Busch paint scheme. So yes, I have a Kyle Busch paint scheme on my list, and it is going to be in line with Brad Keselowski's car. It's going to be Kyle Busch's patriotic M&M's paint scheme. This is probably one of my favorite Kyle Busch paint schemes he races on a consistent basis throughout, like, every year. I love the red, white, and blue M&Ms on it. Like I said before, I'm a sucker for patriotic colors, so I had to throw this one on the list, especially since, obviously, and unfortunately, it's M&M's final year, but this is probably one of my favorite M&M's paint schemes of all time, so I had to throw this on here on the number 6 spot, and that is it for the patriotic paint schemes. I limited myself to 2, and I'm a sucker for those, so only 2 patriotic paint schemes on this list. Number 5, as we get into the top 5 here, is going to be a Chase Elliott paint scheme, and it is going to be the A-Shock paint scheme. Now, people, might be a little bit confused. Some people will be like, oh, what's the standard Napa car looks so good, or the Hooters car looks so good. The other paint schemes, they look so good, but to me, I think the A-Shock car is the best car he had on track this year. At first, I was a little bit skeptical. It took a while for it to grow on me, but after seeing it, I saw it on track at Richmond, and I have a shirt that has the A-Shock car on it, and it just started to grow on me throughout the year. I love, especially the side, the yellow, it fades to orange and then to black. So I really like this paint scheme. So it's going to be number 5 on my list. Number 4 is going to be a paint scheme that both of us probably have on our list, but for me is going to be the Kurt Busch Jordan brand car, coming in at number 4 on my list. And this car is just, like, Matthew and I are both sneakerheads. We both love Jordans, and when we saw this car, we were like, oh my gosh. I mean, I know I can't even describe how I felt when I saw that Jordan was going to sponsor a race car, even twice in the same year. But this one, way better than the Ty Gibbs one, in my opinion. I just love the cement theme and just the Jordan logo on the hood, the red number on the side. I will be getting the raced version diecast of this whenever it does come out, so you can go ahead and book that one. It'll be on that shelf back there somewhere. But now we're going to transition into the top 3. So, getting the bronze medal is actually a paint scheme you mentioned earlier in the video. Number 3 is actually going to be the number 3 Huck Chevrolet that Austin Dillon raced at Homestead Miami Speedway. That's why I said I was very surprised it wasn't on your top 10 list, because I love this paint scheme. I love, like, the glossy black base, and then the blue and the pink accents. There's like a lighter blue, a darker blue. There's a pink on it, just tiny little flashes on there. I love this paint scheme. So yeah, I was very surprised this isn't on your actual list. And like I said, like, the black glossy kind of base color is just so nice. I wish I could have seen this car on the racetrack. But that is number 3 on my list. I didn't even mean to do that, by the way. I didn't mean to put the number 3 at number 3. That was coincidental. But absolutely love that paint scheme. And the runner-up is going to be a Trackhouse car, is going to be a GoPro car, is going to be Daniel Suarez, his GoPro car that he ran at Martinsville that both of us saw on track in person in the spring. I love both of these cars, but I think I have to give the slight edge to Daniel Suarez's. I just like the white a little bit better, but both of these cars, the chrome number on the side, the blue, the way it fades into the white, just a fantastic paint scheme. Trackhouse, they absolutely killed it with their paint schemes this year. Got to give them a lot of props. And drum roll, please. The number one paint scheme of the year, in my opinion, is going to be another Trackhouse car. It is going to be Ross Chastain, his Renew paint scheme, the RENU, that he ran at Texas, I believe. And man, just this car is so nice. The white and the red, it just goes so good. It goes so good together. The red chrome number and even the white, it has like a little gray pattern on it throughout the car. And I wish it didn't have the yellow playoff spoiler on it, but I'm just gonna pretend that's not there. But like this car, oh my gosh, I love this paint scheme. So Ross Chastain, his Renew car that he ran at Texas, is going to be my number one paint scheme of the year. That's the second number one, number three. I guess I'm just really good at putting the pieces together like that. But man, I absolutely love this car. I'm sure that's a shocker to probably a lot of you people. I'm sure it's a shocker to Matthew. But man, I just love this paint scheme. So I think I got hooked on it because I saw it on iRacing on Trading Paints, and I was like, I need to race that car. So ever since then, I've really liked it, and that's my number one paint scheme of 2022. So Matthew, what do you have to say about my list? And go ahead and tell everybody some of your top 10 paint schemes of the year.
I'm definitely shocked about number one right there. I did not see that one coming at all, to be honest. I did not see that one coming. So, but that is a great looking one. That was a great choice right there. Okay, now it's my turn, and I'm ready to show you my top 10 favorite paint schemes this year. Like I said, this is my opinion. If you disagree with a paint scheme on here, I'm sorry. Okay. And
real quick, before we start, I want to predict how many of these paint schemes are the same as mine. Hold on, let me see real quick. I think two of these paint schemes will be the same as my list. That's my prediction, but we'll see. So, okay. Go ahead.
All right, number 10, I'm starting off with Tyler Reddick's number 8 Lenovo Chevrolet that he raced for a few races this year, including when he won at Texas. This paint scheme, when I first saw it on the club, I was in love with it. I mean, this gave me Z-Line, the Cowboys Z-Line vibes, basically, off this car. The black with the bright red logos. That paint scheme was just amazing. I'm glad he was able to win that paint scheme too at Texas. That's going to be a nice looking race version. And they're going to be on Kyle Busch's car next year, so I cannot wait to see this paint scheme with the Rowdy logo on there. So that is my number 10. And number 9, Jimmy, you might disagree with this one, but I actually have Alex Bowman's Allied Nashville paint scheme on this one. You said it doesn't look as good as the 2021 version, but to me, this looks better than 2021. There's just something about this with the bright purple, the very bright pink on there. This car pops on the racetrack. It was unfortunate that he was taken out early with this paint scheme, but that was such an amazing paint scheme that he raced in Nashville. So that's my number 9. And number 8, I got AJ Allmendinger's Andy's Frozen Custard car that he raced at the All-Star race this year. Whew. That paint scheme makes me sweat because of how hot that thing looks. The yellow with the very bright pink on there. That just screams the Andy's Frozen Custard right there. They're known for very bright paint schemes. And they definitely nailed it down with Colin Racing here. So that's my number 8. Number 7, I got Daniel Suarez's Worldwide Express car. Now, Ross Chastain also raced a Worldwide Express car, but I went with Daniel Suarez's version because I like the bright teal and the black more than the black and the teal, in my opinion. So that's why I got Suarez's on here than Ross's. I just love the bright teal with the black. I wish it did win a race in that paint scheme, but maybe it'll come out next year. So that's number 7. At number 6, I got Kevin Harvick's Gear Wrench 4 that he raced a few races this year. This car for some reason screams mid-2000s paint scheme here. With the black, with the very bright solar orange McLaren-like paint here, metallic finish. I mean, this looks like a paint scheme you see in the mid-2000s with all the metallic on this car. This paint scheme just looks so amazing. So, I got that at number 6. At number 5, I got both the 6 and the 17 cars because they both raced this paint scheme. Both cars did. So, the RFK Wyndham Hotels car. Now, I do love Chris Bush's Fifth Third Bank car. Don't get me wrong. But this paint scheme, or paint schemes, because both cars raced it, man, it looks beautiful. The combination of dark blue, the light blue, the white, and the chrome blue numbers. This car just pops, especially during the daytime. So, I got that at number 5 here. At number 4... I did not do this on purpose. I got Kurt Busch's Jordan car too. Look, I did not do that on purpose. I put Kurt Busch's Jordan car number 4 too.
That is awesome. That's hilarious.
I don't need no explanation. He already explained why we like this paint scheme. But I hope we see this paint scheme again next year. Even though Kurt Busch won't be in the car, maybe Tyler Reddick would take the Jordan colors here. So yeah, that's my number 4 too. Okay, at number 3, people are gonna not like this one because why this paint scheme? I got JJ Yaley's number 55 Hex.com Ford that he only raced this car twice. The duels at Daytona and Talladega. This makes no sense, I know, but there's just something about this paint scheme that I just love. Because I race it all the time on iRacing, whether it's the next gen car or the Xfinity car. I'm always racing this paint scheme. Because the black, the bright yellow with the bright pink. There's just something about bright colors on a race car that they just make the paint scheme so much better. And also, it helps by having the cool silver metallic numbers with the yellow and pink outlines on the number, just make it even better. So, I don't know what Hex.com is. I'm assuming it's some crypto thing, whatever. But yeah, that's my number 3 right there. Alright, number 2. I got a GoPro car on this one as well. But this time is Ross Chastain's GoPro paint scheme. You may like the white, but for me, I love the blue and the matte black together. At nighttime, this car looks amazing. Which I got to show in Martinsville. Well, we did. That was amazing. That was such an amazing paint scheme. I'm glad they're making a diecast of it. I won't get it, but I'll definitely check out some cool pictures of that paint scheme when that comes out. So, that's my number 2. Alright, number 1. I think people might already know this paint scheme. It is the Pit Viper car. You know it had to be the Pit Viper car. Cascarella, when he drove at the Daytona 500 and at Circuit of the Americas. I don't care what people say about this car. People say, oh, it's too much. It's too busy. It's ugly. I don't care. This paint scheme is the best. And it also helps that my oldest nephew is the absolute biggest fan of this car. He always talks about the Pit Viper car. He's always wondering when the Pit Viper car was coming back. Unfortunately, only raced 2 times. But, yeah, this paint scheme rocks. The teal, so many multiple colors. I felt like I was looking at an M&M's paint scheme almost. So many colors on this car. And I'm so glad it made it over to the Daytona 500. Ironically, beating that car that was number 3 on the list, the Hex.com paint scheme. But, yeah. That is my favorite paint scheme of the 2022 season. Look it.
I totally did not see that one coming. But, both of us had different, probably not everybody else's, probably not a common paint scheme people would have thought of for the best one, so I guess that's a good thing for both of us. We kind of picked a unique paint scheme for number one, but I'm surprised you didn't grab your Pit Vipers, man. You gotta represent the number one paint scheme. You're not doing it, so I mean. But
I left it in my truck.
left him in his brand new truck. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought of our lists. Leave some of your favorite paint schemes in the comment section below. I'm sure each of us missed a few that are on neither of our lists. We'll have a few other off-season fun ideas like this one to come out over the next few weeks, but we'll see you guys in the next video.